We were talking the other night about your relationship with Butch. Well, you met him when you were 17, and he
Yeah,
recruited your
sure.
brother.
Yeah, I think Butch is an outstanding guy. I think he's a very genuine person, salt of the earth kind of guy, in fact. And, I just have always been impressed with his ability to coach pitchers and build relationships with young players. And he's a guy that does an outstanding job with his team. He has years and years of track record doing great jobs with pitching staffs. And now you could kind of see that same type of thing kind of transpire with the Auburn baseball team. And they're having a terrific season. They're extremely well coached. They play really hard. And they kind of take on the personality of him. And so it's going to be a tremendous battle this weekend. We're looking forward to the challenge of playing Auburn and looking forward to the challenge of playing against Butch Thompson. And, he had a really big hand in so many of our guys that are here right now pitching for us or playing for us. And so I'm sure our guys will certainly want to tell him hello at some point during the weekend. And but at the same time, we certainly have a task at hand. And, our goal is to win the weekend and do everything we can to play as well as we can do this weekend to kind of keep our momentum going and see if we can't continue to play at an extremely high level every day and compete as hard as we can and do as well as we can in the SEC.
What are the strengths of this Auburn team that you see?
Well, they have outstanding starting pitching. They've got Thompson and Mize that have been starters for them all year long. Both of those guys are going to, have an opportunity to pitch for a really long time in baseball. I think both of those guys will be tremendous draft picks in their draft year. Keegan Thompson was outstanding in high school. He had a great freshman year coming back off of Tommy John surgery, and so he's having an outstanding season this year, and Mize has been outstanding as well. I think Mize has already been a Team USA invitee for the summer. So, anytime you can run those two guys out there on a Friday or a Saturday, they're gonna give you an outstanding chance to win the ball game. And so, like I said earlier, it's going to be a really big challenge for us this weekend. We are looking forward to the opportunity to go face those guys because we talk all the time about competing in the SEC. It doesn't matter the name of the school or the mascot. It doesn't matter if it's Auburn or Alabama or LSU or Texas A&M. Everybody in this league has outstanding starting pitching. Everybody has outstanding position players that can hit and run and defend at a high level. So Friday night guys in this league are usually going to be 90 to 95 with a plus breaking ball and a feel for changeup. The Saturday guys are going to be the same way. So, we give those guys the utmost respect, and they're going to be outstanding this weekend. And so it's just the next challenge that our group has this weekend. And they're having a terrific season. Like we said earlier, they're extremely well coached. We know it's going to be a really tough series and a tough battle for us, but we're looking forward to that challenge of playing this group of guys. And I feel, we're playing really well right now with a lot of confidence, and our guys are carrying themselves in a great manner right now. That we just finished. We had a great practice today. I love the way we're practicing right now. We're practicing with a lot of energy. We're going at our day-to-day task with a lot of confidence. Our BPs are getting better and better every single day that we're out on the practice field. We're defending at a high level. We're doing a great job of defending in the outfield. So just feel like we're playing really well, playing with a lot of confidence, and looking forward to the weekend.
Speaking of confidence, it looks like Spencer Price, every time he gets in there at the end of ball games, he gets a little bit more confident.
Yeah, he has done such a tremendous job for us this year. And, he has a true swing and miss pitch. That slider, is a pitch. It's a true weapon for him that he's able to throw over for called strikes at any point in the count. He is such a competitor. The moment is never too big for him. He wants the baseball. He wants the opportunity to go out there and close the game down in front of 10,000 people. And he has done such a tremendous job of rising to the challenge each and every time it's been presented to him. He has done a fantastic job, and we love getting the ball to him at the end of the ball game because we know he's going to get the job done for us.
How's he been throwing with the ankle this week?
Yeah, it's getting better and better. He's moving around better and better each day. I think if we had to play today, I think he would certainly be available for us. And I think another day of rest will only do him good. So we're going to expect Spencer to be with us this weekend, and expect Spencer to perform at the level that he's been performing at all year, and we'll have absolutely zero hesitation to hand in the ball if we're fortunate enough to be leading after 8 innings.
Will Graham be available this weekend?
Graham will not be available this weekend. It's one of the things that we kind of wanted to talk about today. Graham will be out the remaining season for us this year. Saw a specialist the other day. Graham will need some form of minor hip surgery. And I don't want to get into the specifics of it because I'm not an orthopedic surgeon. But I know they've got to go in there and shave down some bone, and there's going to be some recovery time. So Graham will be out for the rest of the season. We will not have him with us, which, it's obviously, you love to have Graham Ashcraft on your staff and love to be able to use him in a starting role or a bullpen role, but he'll be he'll be out the rest of the season, and we look forward to having Graham back on the mound again for us next season.
What's your rotation looking like this weekend?
So what we're going to do, we just met as a staff. We're going to go ahead and start Pilkington tomorrow. We're going to go ahead and start Cole Gordon on Saturday, and then we'll start Jacob Billingsley on Sunday. All of those guys are feeling really well. They're excited for the opportunity to take the baseball this weekend in a big SEC series. So we'll go Pilkington, Gordon, and Billingsley, and excited to kind of go ahead and get those guys back out on the mound and feel like they're going to pitch extremely well for us.
In the last few weeks where Cole is focused on pitching primarily, how has he grown in that respect?
Yeah, his bullpens have been outstanding. His bullpens keep getting better and better, and, he's really embracing the role of a full-time pitcher. And, his starts have been getting better. His starts have been getting, they're getting longer each and every time. His pitch count is elevating a little bit, so where we're hoping he can go out there and get us 5 or 6 innings and have a quality start for us. And Cole is such a great competitor. He really kind of brings that position player mentality to the mound in terms of he's already hit big home runs for us this year. He's already tied ball games up in SEC games with a pinch hit against Ole Miss. So, you just love putting that athlete on the mound, handing him the ball and just saying, hey, man, go get him. Go get us 5 strong innings, and we'll see you again next Saturday.
I know they've been playing, but Jake and Hunter, how their hands responded? Are they getting close to 100%?
Yeah, I think Hunter is getting closer than Jake is right now. I think Stovall's BPs and game swings have been more impactful the last couple, last week to 7 to 10 days, that type of thing. Jake is still experiencing a tremendous amount of pain in his hand, and we've really limited the number of reps and swings that he's taking. But at the same time, it's better than it was 3 weeks ago, and I think he has done a tremendous job for us, hitting in the leadoff spot, playing center field with a broken hand. And the last, since the Kentucky series, that's what it's been. He hasn't complained about it at all. He doesn't want to come out of the lineup. He's picked up gigantic hits for us and gives us a quality competitive at-bat out of the leadoff spot each and every day.
Is that something he might have to have any kind of
No, there's not going to
the
be any surgery for it. It's strictly a pain tolerance thing right now. We've been, it's been confirmed by several doctors that there can be no additional damage done to it. It's just, it's going to heal with some time off. It's just if you can withstand the pain, go out there and play, go try to help your team win, and that's what he's doing. He wears a brace on it each and every day to kind of keep the swelling down, and then when it's game time, he takes the brace off, he grabs his batting gloves, and he goes and has 5 outstanding at-bats for us. So he's a really tough kid that has brought it each and every day for us this season and gives us that great at-bat out of the leadoff spot.
Do you expect Brant Blaylock to pitch for you again this year?
I think Brant Blaylock's going to have an excellent chance to get back onto the mound this year. He's been throwing bullpens each and every week for the last 3 and 4 weeks. He's kind of doing all of our PFP stuff right now as a pitcher. He did a great job against Alabama last week. It's 90 miles per hour. He's got a nice 2-seam fastball, and he has a feel for a breaking ball. So, he was an outstanding pitcher in high school. He just hadn't done it in 3 years now. And so it's kind of like trying to, ride a bike, so to speak. And he's throwing bullpens, and he's working out with the pitchers, and his pens are getting better and better. And I would look for Brant to get back out on the mound, whether it's either this weekend or it's in another midweek game, that type of thing. But I won't have any hesitation to put Brant out on the mound because he's going to throw strikes and there's a feel for a breaking ball.
You mentioned Cole Gordon's pitch counts and innings rising earlier.
Yep.
Was stamina the big development thing for him, or what else?
Yeah,
were you trying to
I think
develop
I think everything that's underneath the pitching umbrella for Cole kind of needed to get brought back out to the surface again. He pitched in high school, but then anytime you get back on the mound again, you know, you might feel good your first time or two out, and then all of a sudden your arm starts to get tired a little bit, and parts of your body are getting sore for the first time in 3 years. So I think it was a couple of things. I think it was a delivery thing. I think it was a mechanics thing. I think it was finding that feel for the breaking ball again. So I think a lot of things kind of had to be brought back out to the surface with Cole on the mound, but he's done a great job for us. And I love getting him the ball because he's a big-time competitor. He wants the challenge. He's not going to back down. He's not scared. He wants to go pitch in front of 10,000 people, and anytime guys aren't scared, I want to put them out on the field and let them go compete.
With a guy like Brian, did you come up to him and ask him to pitch, or was that something that he suggested to
You know what? Probably maybe, let's call it a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago. We had so many pitchers that were hurt, and it like we've talked all year, it is what it is. None of these guys are getting healthy, so we've got a limited staff right now. So we were in a hitters meeting, and I just kind of threw the question out there. I said, guys, like, this is a very serious, real question. Who can pitch? Do we have anybody in this room right now that can go get us some innings, that would like to start throwing bullpens? Who pitched in high school? You know, hey, who had a really good high school career as a pitcher? And Blaylock was the first guy to raise his arm, and he was like, I can get him out. So that's exactly what he did. So I was like, really? He's like, yeah, give me the ball. I said, beautiful. You have a pen in 45 minutes with Coach Henderson. So he ran down there, threw his first bullpen. Hendu came back and was like, hey, that was pretty good, you know, and, you know, feel for commanding the fastball, spun the breaking ball. It was obviously rusty. He hadn't done it in 3 years. And so he's continued to throw bullpens once a week, long toss, kind of do those kind of things in case he needed to pitch. We got him out on the mound 3 weeks ago against South Alabama. He pitched against Alabama last weekend, did a great job for us. So we talk all the time. It's all hands on deck. Who can help Mississippi State win baseball games? And if there's a role for you right now with the number of guys we have on our team, you are going to get an opportunity. So Brant stepped up, put his arm up. 45 minutes later, he's in a bullpen. 3 weeks later, he's pitching in a game. 4 weeks later, he's beating Alabama. So it's kind of cool, man. We kind of talk about, you know, taking it back to the USSSA days where you had 12 guys on the team and everybody hit and everybody pitched and everybody played every day. Our team has done a great job of embracing that part of it this year. We've got position players that are starting SEC weekend games. We've got position players, you know, that are playing positions that they've never done before. We've got pitchers that are pinch hitting. We've got all kinds of crazy stuff going on. And it's a blast to be around our group every day. Our guys have really embraced the challenge this year, and they've stepped up, and they're bringing it each and every day. And they're having a blast playing baseball. We want to try to create an environment where our guys love coming to the field every day, where our guys love playing as hard as they can each and every day to try to help Mississippi State win baseball games. And they've done that, and it is such a blast to be around these guys right now.
How valuable has it been to have a veteran guy like Gary Henderson to kind of help navigate through the storm?
Tremendously. You know, I think Hendu is the best pitching coach in America. You know, what he's been able to do this year with just the sheer lack of arms available has been really cool to watch, you know, in terms of just, you know, throwing bullpens and getting guys proper rest and, you know, mapping out how we want to navigate 9 innings, you know, each and every day, that type of thing. And he is such a cerebral, you know, pitching coach in terms of getting guys to think about why they're doing certain things. And here's the adjustment we need to make with your delivery. But pitching's all about feel. Instead of me talking, I need you to feel what you're doing right now. And guys are really bought into that and really accepting that in what they're trying to do each and every day. And I think, you know, once everybody kind of got on the same page with Coach Henderson, this is his first year here as well. Once everybody kind of bought into, and this is how we're going to do it, I think you've really seen our pitching numbers get better and better the more we've played. I think our pitchers love being around Coach Henderson. He does a great job in the bullpen. He does a great job calling pitches each and every day. You know, Gary Henderson probably has just as many or more kids pitching in the big leagues right now than any other pitching coach in America. So he has a tremendous track record of success. Our guys love being around him every day, and they're having a lot of success for Mississippi State right now.
Did anybody else raise their hand in that meeting and say they want to pitch that might see down the line this year?
Yeah, absolutely. Cole Gordon raised his hand. Jake Mangum raised his hand. And so those guys are all pitching right now. And so, you know, it's been a great team to be around because they've bought into the team concept, doing whatever they can each and every day to help us win. And all those guys that raised their hand in that meeting have now pitched very meaningful innings for us and have won SEC ball games and have done things to help our team win. So it's been really cool to watch.
So you're not hiding Josh Lovelady from us, is what you're saying.
Well, I think Josh Lovelady could pitch, but it would be one of those Bugs Bunny things where he pitched, sprinted to the plate, and caught it also. So, you know, we've got so many great team guys right now that are doing everything they can to help us win ball games. It's a great group, like I keep saying, to be around. They bring it every day. They play as hard as they can. There's a lot of pride with our guys in terms of just wanting to represent the past that's been here at Mississippi State. And, you know, we have a smaller roster than right now of active players than anybody in college baseball probably. But our expectation level has never wandered at all this year. We expect to win ball games, but it's the process of getting there that our guys have really embraced in terms of playing a complete 9 innings, being ready to do whatever, you know, you can do on any given day to help us win. So it's been a really cool group to be around.